is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Niners and the Texans. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, this Houston team, this is a franchise that's only been around since 2002. Been a bit of a bumpy ride along the way, but here they are in their first ever Super Bowl.
And it's a unit that's believed in themselves. And let's face it, not many people believed in them going into the season. They were certainly not one of the favorites, but they've gotten better each week, and now they sit on the precipice of a first-ever title for any NFL team in the city of Houston.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
The 2023 season has 1 game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Chase Young in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He'll take it at the 42. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second down and a yard. Purdy. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Stroud now on 2nd down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Stroud. That is caught. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. An extra point try now for Moody. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Fielded at the 43. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. This is Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Third and 4. Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 14-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Mitchell again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 2, here's third and goal. Mitchell will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Houston. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Stroud to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 32 that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here goes Stroud again. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run.
Oh, and now meanwhile, on the tackle, some words back and forth. A penalty flag is out. Let's see what this is all about. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Samuel. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Desmond King deep for Houston. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This will be caught once again by Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. Down to the 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Now Moody for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. This is caught. It's Brown. Now inside the 25. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Purdy now to throw. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
On second down, McCaffrey. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
3rd and 3. Purdy from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 93 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Denzel Perryman with a sack.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The throwing here, Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying,
and that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston, and even 50 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run on first down with Singletary. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
19 yards for Devin Singletary.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
55 yards.
And the 49ers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Stroud. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Chase Young bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Stroud. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a...
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers are starting to pull. Game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards for number 11. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
This is Samuel. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.